Do you dream of becoming a leader but don't know where to start? Are you ready to step up and take charge of your career path? Well, welcome to the Prescription for Career Success mini podcast series. I'm Dr. Christy Taylor, career and executive coach, and the founder of WORxK LLC. And today we are going to dive into how to establish yourself as a leader in your industry. Contrary to popular belief, leadership isn't just about a title. It's about influence, expertise, and consistent action. And so that is what we're going to focus on today. I want to start by talking a little bit about why leadership matters. Leadership is essential for your career growth, creating opportunities, and making a meaningful impact. And if you know us here at Work Solutions, we are all about impact. From my perspective, leaders shape their industry by driving innovation, mentoring others, and building strong networks. And being recognized as a leader, it can lead to promotions, collaborations, and a chance to work on high impact projects. And again, it's not associated with the title. So the good news is here that leadership isn't reserved just for executives. You can start building your leadership brand at any stage in your career. And I'm going to share with you 5 steps today to help you become a leader. No matter where you are in your career, it is all about the experiences that you have that is going to shape the totality of your career and establish you as a leader. So the first thing I want to point out to you that on this journey to leadership is focusing on mastering your craft. Leadership starts with expertise, and you should become that go-to person in your field. You should be staying updated on industry trends by attending webinars, reading reports, and following through as a thought leader. For example, if you are in healthcare, you should be looking at stories regarding emerging technologies like telemedicine or AI tools for patient care. Also, another thing that can really help you become and establish yourself as a leader is earning certifications that boost your credibility. Think about things like the PMP for project managers, or becoming a certified human resource professional, or any other maybe type of technological certification that you can pursue in your field. You have to show authority through your certifications, your education, and how you lead. But don't think that this means that you have to pile up 50 college degrees. No, you have to look at what is in your field, what is the main thing that stands out, what is going to help you to stand out in your field. And then that's going to give you some indication of what you're going to need to help establish yourself credential-wise as a leader. Now, another tip that I have for you when it comes to establishing yourself as a leader is building those strategic relationships. That's going to be important, because how many people do you know that have degrees and certifications, but they don't have the relationships that are going to help to push their career to the next level? Leadership is really rooted in those strong connections that you build, and you're going to start by networking intentionally. Go back and look at some of the past content that we posted on the Work Solutions page. I talk a lot about career branding. I have a course, the Brace for Success course, where we give you the foundations of career branding and really walk you through that process. You should be attending industry conferences, join professional organizations, as well as participate in online communities like LinkedIn groups. You're probably listening to this now from my LinkedIn page. For example, I was connected with a leader at a conference whose mentorship really helped me to secure a leadership role in education. It's all about those connections that you make. And you'll hear me say this time and time again, when you build those networking connections with people, you want to be someone who is known for getting results. What I like to do is be a resource for people. My sister calls me the great facilitator. When I'm in the process of mentoring and building those connections, I like to really pay attention to what people are saying that they need, or maybe they're having some trouble. And sometimes it is as simple as me sharing a resource, or doing a follow-up email and say, hey, you might want to take a look at this article or this link. The point is that you shared something that was value added to that person, and they're going to start to actually look at you different, because once they can see you as a resource and a problem solver, it's going to help you to build your strategic relationships. Earlier this month in January, so when you come back and listen to this, earlier in January, I published a short podcast episode on mentoring versus sponsorships. And remember that you really need that whole team of people around you to help you to be successful from a strategic career planning standpoint. So those strategic relationships are going to be important, and you need to position yourself accordingly, because you have to kind of be seen, one, as credible, authoritative, and somebody who is really able to deliver. The next thing that I want to talk to you about in terms of, how do you establish yourself as a leader, is to share your expertise. And that's going back to what I'm saying here in terms of you being that authoritative piece. It's those credentials and staying abreast of whatever is currently happening in your field that's going to help you to really come across as authoritative. I like to do things like present at conferences. I write books. I do, research. Even my book, The Introduction to the REBT-DEIA Framework. I'm doing an update to that right now before I go into my next conference. As a leader, you share your knowledge to elevate your industry and inspire others. Opportunities to maybe guest post in a magazine, leader training at work. Just look for opportunities to network. If you're a member of a professional organization, maybe you can write a blog post or an article for their publication to showcase your expertise. Always be doing something and recognize that. Do it with strategy, and that's going to help you be seen as an authoritative leader. Don't confuse authoritative leader as somebody who is actually leading with command. What I'm talking about here is how you're shaping your career brand, right? Not your approach to leading people. So, for example, a client of mine actually shared her insight when she was doing some work on STEAM. She just shared, she started by sharing just articles on STEAM and then STEM. Sorry, she started by sharing, I'm thinking about the arts, but this client in particular, she was more STEM focused. And if you know STEAM, they actually incorporate the arts. But this was a STEM focused client, a health scientist like myself, who she started just by sharing some articles related to the topic that she was really most passionate about, which was maternity health. And then she started writing articles. So you can actually go on your personal LinkedIn profile and start to write articles and share those. But you want to establish yourself as an authority within your field. And then the fourth tip I'm going to give you here is to take initiative. Like, be someone who is going to volunteer for that challenge. Leadership is about taking action. And from my perspective, I just talked about this on a podcast, volunteering for challenging projects or, looking for those creative ways to fill those gaps in your resume that will allow you to learn or upskill, as well as to step up and take the lead in a role. That's going to really position you. Also, don't forget that you can propose if you see a gap, a bottleneck within your organization, something where you can step in to help to solve a problem. I'm going to encourage you to propose an innovative solution and take the lead on that, or be part of the team. Maybe you can propose a solution and collaborate with someone who's in a position to lead on that. But either way, just by simply you posing the solution and you taking the initiative to try to solve a problem within your organization, that shows that you are on the right track in terms of leadership. Be proactive, because leaders don't wait for opportunities, they create them. The final thing that I'm going to tell you, actually, I'm going to tell you one more after this for this five-fold spin is to develop your leadership skills, which is focused on emotional intelligence, effective communication, and decision-making. You have to be consistently assessing yourself as a leader. You need to invest in your growth by taking courses or seeking feedback from mentors and colleagues. And for example, when you practice active listening and empathy, that can improve your team dynamics and help you to build trust with others. And leadership is about a continuous growth journey. Now, one of the things I'm going to say to here that's not listed, I have all 5 of these, but what to me, your most important thing is for you to build your relationships with people. You have to treat people in the way that you want to be treated. And you have to keep in mind, you might not have the positional title of leader, but if you see yourself as a leader, then that is the way that you want to approach how you deal with people, because none of these 5 things is going to be possible if you don't focus on your relationships and with people and how you foster those and nurture those. And I guess that goes back to number 2, building strategic relationships. But I just want to place emphasis on the way that you're treating people day to day. So it's not just about you networking. It's about how you're treating people on a daily basis. People have to be able to see that leader within you, and that's including your colleagues. Because if you get promoted, or maybe you need an advocate to help you get to the next step, how you treat those individuals is going to be important. You don't need a formal title to lead. Organizing things like team building activities, serving on committees, mentoring junior colleagues, or even leading these committees are all acts of leadership. Even something that's starting as simple as starting on LinkedIn, starting a LinkedIn series where you share tips like I'm doing with you right now, or insights from your field positions, you as a thought leader. Now, so remember that leadership isn't a destination, it's a journey of growth, influence, and impact. And you can start today by mastering your craft, building relationships, and stepping into opportunities that showcase your potential. Remember that leadership is about constantly showing up and inspiring others and adding value. And speaking of leadership, I want you to join me on January 23rd, 2025 at 7 p.m. for my free webinar called Land Your Dream Job in 2025. This workshop is literally almost at capacity. So I encourage you to join. Check us out on WORxSolutions.com, WORxK Solutions.com. This podcast is also posted on our YouTube channel, and it's going to hit Apple Podcasts and other mainstream areas soon. But during that workshop, you're going to learn 10 proven strategies to help you elevate your career. I'm going to go through these things that you can apply right now to get you to that next level in your career, because my goal is to help you to be the prescription for success. And I also want you to stay tuned, because we're going to be giving free tickets away to our Prescription for Success Summit, where I have 20 great speakers who are coming in to really serve as mentors for you. So check the link out that's in our description for wherever you're listening to this from. And I'll see you soon with other great advice to help you with your career journey. Don't hesitate to reach out to us, schedule a free consultation, and I look forward to connecting with you.